Okay guys, so giving an update on my anxiety. It is raining right now and I'm really thinking about taking at least one of my medications. I have been doing, ever since I got my prescriptions, I haven't taken them yet because I've been honestly kind of contemplating. I've had to really like psych myself up to be able to be ready to do it. And honestly, like, I was supposed to go over Renee's house. I was supposed to go over baby daddy's house to take one of them at his house because he said he would be there with me because he knows how much I'm scared to take this. Even though, like, I know I'm not gonna overdose or anything, but I think the side effects really just scare me a lot, and I have my medications right here. Like, I finally just threw in the towel and got the prescriptions, but I haven't taken the step of taking them yet. I've been doing good since I got them. Like, I was like, I'll take them if I, feel something. If I feel like I need it, I'll take them. Well, I've been doing good all day until my mom got home. My mom is a big source of my stress, and I'm sure I'm a big source of her stress, but oh man, I don't know. Like, she really lashes out at me a lot and the kids, and I internalize it a lot. I may not be like, but like my body internalizes the lashing out all the time. So I noticed my body literally reacted to my mom coming home because she's getting all upset about a candy wrapper. Like, she gets super upset about a small thing, and I know she has her personal issues and personal things she deals with, and so maybe the lashing out isn't anything necessarily personal. She may be kind of going through something, and because she's been a lot more angry, I feel like, over the years than she has ever been, and I'm noticing it, and it just sucks because, like, I don't want to deal with it. Like, I don't want to be a part of it. That's another huge reason why I'm trying to move out. It's just, it is unhealthy. It is so mentally unhealthy, me being here. And like, I really, for the sake of my health, I have to, I'm having to take prescription medication because of how toxic my household is. It's safe, there's no abuse, but it's super toxic. It's not peaceful here. So I could literally feel my body reacting to my mom coming home, my blood pressure raising up and my heart hurting and stuff like that. And it's still kind of like hurting on and off. And it's raining. It was like, the rain is passing by though, but it was raining harder. And I was like, I would have gotten in the car and just went over Renee's house immediately because I'm feeling the effects, but now I'm kind of trapped at home since it's raining and storming, but the storm is about to pass over. So I'm almost wondering, do I still have a chance to go over there and probably spend the night? That was gonna be my plan, was to take something and spend the night. Okay, so if anyone's interested, I've been prescribed hydroxyzine. This is the hydroxyzine, and this is the sertraline. Sertraline is a generic version of Zoloft. So if you've heard of Zoloft, that's basically what it is. 25 milligrams. This one is 25 milligrams. So the hydroxyzine, you take this as needed. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel a anxiety attack happening, you take it right then and there. And it makes you very, very drowsy. And I just woke up from like a 5-hour nap. So I don't think it'll make me go to sleep just because I woke up from a long nap, but it probably might make me really tired and sleepy. The sertraline is a daily prescription to take. You have to take this every day. So once you start, you have to keep taking it. And it's only 25 milligrams though. So, you know, if you wanted to stop, it may not be so bad to stop, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know which direction I want to go into. I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to take the hydroxyzine first and see how that makes me feel, because I do like the idea of if I just being myself and just take something if I need to, basically, versus being doped up on a medication daily. But I wanted to be with Renee and take it. And I don't want to drive out in the rain. Listen, I live in Texas. Why so many bad things happen in Texas, bro? The freaking flood that killed lots of children, and it's very sad. Very, very sad. Happened in Texas. And I know I should not compare my situation to that at all. Actually, completely scratch that, because that's probably really insensitive. However, what I will say is that's an incredibly sad event. And yes, living in Texas, it hits close to home. That's all I'm trying to say. It hits close to home because that happened in Texas. And my heart goes out to the people who lost their children. Like, truly, that is just, I cannot imagine. You know, so I don't want to think about that right now. And I also have a headache. I'm like, I have the prescriptions now. So what do? I know that deep down in my heart that I am going to have to eventually just take this sertraline. I know deep down in my heart, like, just because I feel good and I feel okay sometimes does not mean I'm always okay. Like, there will be times, like, I was telling myself, yes, I've been feeling good all day today. I've been feeling good yesterday, but my anxiety is going to come back. The chest pains are going to come back, and I'm going to have to understand that I'm just going to have to eventually at least have to try this. It's not a full-blown, like, life sentence, you know, but I know I am going to have to at least try the sertraline eventually. But that's why I want to do it with someone, so I feel less intimidated and scared. And I really want to go over Renee's house right now to take this. I'll just keep you updated on if I take it and like how it makes me feel and everything like that. Me having a headache does not make this any better, because I don't like mixing drugs. Like, the thought of I think the biggest thing that scares me about taking this medication is I don't like to feel myself. I don't like to not feel myself is what I'm trying to say. And it gives me anxiety to not feel myself. And then you're kind of stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're on something that alters your mind, you're stuck until that wears off. And that's the thing that scares me, is being stuck in a mental place that you don't want to be, and you have to just ride it out and wait for it to wear off. And that's why a lot of people take this medication at nighttime before bed, and that was the goal. Like, it is getting to be nighttime, you know, like, a lot of people kind of take this before bed. That was going to be what I was going to do. I was going to take this before bed. But another thing that scares me about the medicines is the side effects. some people have no side effects, right? And some people have okay side effects, manageable, they can deal with it. And some people have absolutely horrible side effects. Some people just have really, really bad side effects. And you know what? I'm always the lucky person to always get the worst side effects with anything. Like, for example, when I was pregnant, I just magically thought that before I ever was pregnant, I was like, I'm gonna be one of those people who don't have morning sickness like that. Some women just don't. Some women don't really get morning sickness, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, I'm not gonna get morning sickness. It's funny what you think is gonna happen versus reality, because I had the worst morning sickness ever. I could not hardly eat. It was horrible. This is another reason why I just don't want to have another kid, because the first trimester is crazy. But I'm just saying, I took something before and had crazy side effects. Like, I'm that type of person who gets the side effects. I typically am not one of the lucky people who are like, oh, I didn't have any side effects. If anything, it just reduced my appetite. Like, you know, I hear about things like it can reduce your appetite, but it can also increase your appetite eventually. I've heard that it lowers your sex drive, or like it can lower your sex drive, or it can also be hard to finish. Also, you can still have anxiety, apparently. Like, it can cause anxiety. Like, some people say that their jaw, like, they either have clenching of the teeth or they're like chattering teeth. Like, I just think of all the things, heart racing, like, I'm just like, and I don't know how it's going to affect me. This type of medication affects different people differently. Okay, so you have no idea how you're gonna do on it. That's another thing. I have absolutely no idea how it's gonna affect me. But I'll keep you updated if I decide to take it. I went over there to take the hydroxyzine, and because he said that he would be with me to take it, so I won't be alone. And I only took half the pill, and I took the pill, and for a good like hour, I didn't feel like literally anything for like literally an hour. And then I would say, honestly, after about maybe 2 hours is when I started feeling really drowsy, sleepy. I went to bed at like 10:30, which is kind of like, I don't ever really go to bed at like 10:30. And I already took a super long nap earlier yesterday. So I was like, I'll just tell you what, naturally, if I would have naturally went to sleep, I would have stayed up till probably 11 or 12 or maybe even 1. But I had went to bed around 10:30, 10:40. And I kept waking up because my kids kind of kept waking me up. They kept like tossing and turning and stuff, and that would wake me up. And then I was tossing and turning because his bed is really uncomfortable. always makes my back hurt. And a noticeable thing that I wanted to say is I feel like I'm hungover the next morning. Like, I definitely feel out of it. It was so difficult for me to open my eyes and get out of the bed. But I had to get out of bed because I have a doctor's appointment today. And that's why I'm glad I took it yesterday, so I could tell them about how it made me feel and everything. But yeah, I have a doctor's appointment today. And but yeah, I just feel super hungover. I feel like I had a night of drinking last night. I feel like I got super drunk last night. That's how I feel. And like, I never drink, I'm never hungover, but I feel like that is how I feel. Like I said, it was so hard for me to drag myself out of the bed. I was literally forcing myself to do it because I have a doctor's appointment. And then the other thing that's crazy is it didn't take the chest pains away. I don't really think it took my chest pains away anyway, which is for me my main symptom of anxiety is the chest pains. If anything, I almost feel like I'm getting sick. Like, I feel like I have a little bit of a fever. Like, my body doesn't feel good. You know how your body feels like when you're about to get sick? That's kind of how I feel. Like, I don't feel very good. But I'm making it. Will I take this ever again? Maybe, probably. I mean, the thing is, a lot of people take this drug to help them fall asleep. I don't need help falling asleep. I nap sometimes during the day, and I don't have an issue falling asleep at nighttime. So I just felt like, in a way, to be honest with you, it's kind of an unnecessary drug for me because I don't have issues falling asleep. I don't have insomnia. I did one time. There was a time I had really bad insomnia after my son, my first child, was born. I had real bad insomnia, but I go to sleep very easily, naturally now. Like, I don't have that issue anymore. And I just felt like it didn't take my anxiety away or my chest pains. So in a way, I would say I wouldn't need it again, you know. But I would just say, like, maybe I would take it like if I was on an airplane about to board a flight and I was like nervous about, you know what I'm saying, if I was nervous about boarding a flight, I'll probably take half of it an hour before I board the flight, maybe. If I know, like, if I take it one more time and I can just get a feel of when it kicks in and when it starts to work, maybe something like that would be beneficial. I don't know. So I think that really took away my fear of that drug specifically. I think the next time I won't be so intimidated to take it. But that brings me to the next thing. I think I'm gonna go ahead and have to just take the Zoloft and just try it, because I'm glad I took the hydroxyzine first though, because I wouldn't have wanted to take both of them. And once you start the Zoloft, like, you started, you know. So I'm glad I did the hydroxyzine first. But I can kind of say, like, it doesn't really help me the way that I need it to help me. That's ultimately what I'm trying to say. It does not help me the way that I need it to help me. It just makes you really tired and sleepy, and then the next day you feel extremely fatigued. Like, you feel like, yeah, I just slept I slept so much yesterday, but I still feel tired. I feel hungover. I feel like I'm dragging my way through. I usually have so much energy when I wake up in the morning, and all the energy is gone. And this ain't something that it would be a normal thing that I would take. Because of that, like, it's dragging me down. But so next time we're gonna do the Zoloft, which is even stronger, and that's the one with the crazy side effects. And I still kind of debate taking it, but I know that I probably will have to try it. And not only will I have to try it, but I'm gonna have to try it for a good like month, because it doesn't start working until about after 2 weeks. And a lot of people, they take it, they don't like the way it makes them feel, and then they just stop taking it right away. And that's how I was. I took it and I was like, yeah, I don't like this, and then I stopped taking it. But the thing is, from the research I've done, is the side effects will eventually wear off after about 2 weeks, and it will start working after about 2 weeks. So even if you sit here and say, it didn't even do anything for my anxiety, it didn't even do anything for it, that's the point. It takes time for it to start working. So it's kind of like a 2-week period where you have to suffer through it, and suffer like through the side effects. But if you can make it on the other side, that's when it really starts working in your favor, and those side effects kind of like dissipate. So I will be trying that with him again. I'm probably gonna spend the night over his house again. I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight, but something, you know, I'm spending the night over his house again. This time, instead of taking the hydroxyzine, I'll take the Zoloft and see how it makes. That's the thing. Take it before bed. I think that's my plan. Take it before bed, because when you take it in the morning, you feel all the side effects awake, and it's way worse. You know what I'm saying? It's way worse when you're feeling the side effects while you're awake. So I'm gonna take it before bed. So all this, the main side effects do what it do, and it wears off by the time I wake up. That's what makes sense to me. That's why I'm like, okay. But some people say that taking Zoloft causes insomnia, like it causes restless sleep. I'm like, one thing makes you go to sleep, and I think you might could use both of them too. I really do think that you might could use both, but I don't like stuff like that either. I don't like mixing the drugs, and you know what I'm saying, or how people mix drugs and alcohol. They're like, I couldn't imagine the people who take hydroxyzine and drink alcohol. Like, are you okay? Are you okay? How in the heck are some of y'all able to take hydroxyzine and able to drink alcohol? They be saying like it makes you much more drunk, much faster. But I can also assume the hangover is abysmal. I bet the hangover is crazy. With hydroxyzine and alcohol, even a half a pill. It really says on the thing, do not take alcohol with this, but people still do it. I'm sure the people who have taken it for a while, and you know, they know their body at this point, like, people still do it. I don't know how. I don't know how y'all can do it. I don't know how y'all can do it, because that's a strong drug. You know, I couldn't even imagine if I took the whole pill. I'm so glad I only took half of it, because at first I was like, this isn't really doing anything to me. Like, for a while I just felt like, this isn't doing anything. Then it did something. But I was like, I was probably gonna fall asleep anyway though. Like, I don't know. That's another thing I was thinking about. Like, did it really do something? Or did I just naturally fall asleep anyway? Second of all, I did notice it working. I noticed it forcing me to go to sleep though. I will say that. Like, when I was laying down with my eyes closed, it was like a forceful going to sleep. Like, I almost could feel my mind kind of just being like, go to sleep. Like, I don't know how to explain that. Like, my mind just was trying to drift off, and I was kind of trying to stay up a little bit with that feeling, because I was like, wait, and because my kids were waking me up, and I wake up. But the drug was like, no, don't wake up. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. So that could freak out somebody who might have anxiety with taking something like that, feeling of being forced to go to sleep. It's kind of weird. But before I had a chance to freak out about it, I just went to sleep, you know. So it didn't take long for it to, you know. So that's one thing I will say. It is very strong because just a half a pill is making me feel like this. Like I said, I couldn't imagine taking an entire pill. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Now maybe my body would adjust to it, blah, 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 but I don't really want to adjust to it. It's good to have these pills now that I have them. If I ever needed it, like I said, if I was about to, I'm just thinking, like, if I was going to board a flight and I was scared and I wanted to take this to make me feel better, you know what I'm saying, or to make me go to sleep or something like that, I would want to do that. But I think this would work the best for long flights, though, because if I could only imagine if I'm only on a 2-hour flight and I'm like super like I'm like passed out sleep, and they're like, get up, and I'm like trying to wake up, I'm trying to get up, and I'm dragging myself through the airport. So I don't know, actually. I don't know. But I will keep you updated because I will take the Zoloft after this. So I don't know if that's going to be in this video, but that's the one that's like real crazy. So yeah. Well. So I took a shower and I'm getting ready. I looked back on the old medication they gave me last time. I looked back on the old medication they gave me last time, and last time they gave me hydroxyzine as well. So here's the thing. Last time when I took the hydroxyzine, I took one at night, and then I took another one the following day. And I had no knowledge about anything because I didn't do any research the last time like I did this time. So not only did I just take a full-blown pill that last time, but I took it in the daytime after a full night's of sleep. And let me tell you, the way that it made me feel when I took it in the morning, I'm like, it was hydroxyzine after all. The last one I took. That's crazy. That's the one that made me feel like I was a bystander in my own life, felt like life was moving slowly. I couldn't brush my teeth. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm trying to muster up any kind of energy to get ready very quickly so I can go to the doctor. It is currently 10 o'clock. It is not 10 o'clock. It is not 10 o'clock. No, wait. It is not 10 o'clock. My watch is lying to me. It is 8:57 because my appointment is at 10 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, don't scare me like that. Don't. But anyway, here's my recommendations. Don't take hydroxyzine in the daytime, like in the morning. Like if you happen to get it from the emergency room or from your doctor or anything like that. I also would say, you know what else I would say? Do your research. Do your research before you start these drugs. Because the first time I ever used hydroxyzine, it was crazy, and I just blindly took a pill. This time I knew what I was getting myself into, and I went about it with a lot more bravery than I did first time. It's not fear-mongering to try to do as much research as possible. I thought that I was I thought that I was fear mongering because I was like, is this necessary for me to do all this research? But it actually helped me a lot for other people to talk about their experiences and things like that, instead of me just blindly taking it. Plus, it just helped me in general because this time around, like the first, it's like fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So it's like the first time I took it blindly, and this time I was like, actually, I'm not just gonna take it blindly. I know what's going on now, so I'm gonna have to feel confident to take this. Anyway, though, I would say don't take it in the daytime, you know, because that's when I was feeling really slow and really weird, and I had took it completely alone and everything like that. Like, just don't do that, you know what I'm saying? Just don't do that, you know. Just take it at nighttime, you know. I don't know what else to tell you. You'll be fine if you take it at nighttime. It'll just knock you out of sleep and you'll be fine. Because I'll give it a 2 out of 5 though, because it did not take my anxiety away, which is the main component, the main thing I wanted to do. It didn't do. So I'm just like, well, why would I continue taking this, you know? I don't know, like, and maybe I actually have some really, like, maybe I actually have heart problems that nobody can catch. Maybe everybody thinks it's anxiety, but maybe I, like, actually do have heart problems, low key. And everybody's gaslighting me and telling me that I have anxiety. Okay, I've taken the anxiety medication. It didn't do anything for me. So now what? Because another thing is, like I said, I feel really sluggish, and I'm trying to get the energy I need to do what I need to do in the day, and that's not normal for me. I normally have a pretty decent amount of energy. It could be better, but it's not like this. It's like I need more energy, not less energy. I'm trying this Morphe brow pomade. I'm not a brow pomade kind of girl, but I do like it. Okay. Like, I'm trying to drag myself to do what I gotta do. I guess if I give you an update on taking the other one, if I give you an update, then, I'll use the lip liner. I'll use my new lip liner. Where is it? Where's my new lip liner? Hold on. No, because, hold on, where, like, literally, where is it? What the heck, bro? Where's my new lip liner? I swear my stuff be like just disappearing in thin air. This is just NYX. Nothing crazy. And it honestly blends right into my lip color. It's like the perfect shade. So you really wouldn't even be able to tell I even had lip liner on. Then going in with the Milk makeup. Sorry, I'm looking at a text message. And you guys, I have these Fenty lipsticks. Hold on. Hold on. I have these Fenty lipsticks. And let me tell you, they are super pigmented, super potent. Okay, now I'm doing something with my hair. Doctor's gonna say, we're gonna need to up your dose. Actually, no. Pretty sure my doctor, she just leans into what I want to do. So if I'm like, actually, no, I don't wanna continue doing this. I actually just wanna do this or whatever. So it's good that I'm going to the doctor so I can literally tell her how this affected me, how this made me feel, what are my plans moving forward. I cannot take something that makes me feel sluggish and low energy. I absolutely cannot do that. I thrive off of being productive. I can't take something that does not make me feel productive and that makes it difficult for me to do my daily tasks. Absolutely not. I usually have no issues being productive and doing my daily tasks. This would be a disruption in my life, and it would be a disruption that I do not need, because I need to get things done in order to make it. And my body feeling the way it feels, I don't know if that is because of, let me see, let me try a different curl cream today. Let me try this one. I don't know if my body feels the way it feels because I already was kind of getting a little bit sick, like a fatigue sick, or if it's because nice. Or if it's because of this. Is this making me feel this way, or was I already kind of like, my body was kind of feeling weird? I don't know. Okay, so I used a new curl cream. This is Rizos Curls. Looks like that. So yeah, from Ulta. And I guess you could just scrunch. I did not weigh myself today. Should I? Okay, so yeah. Trying to drag along. And I can't really eat or drink before this doctor's appointment because I think they're gonna do blood work again. So that part. No, but yeah, so tell me why my doctor's appointment wasn't even today. I went all the way up there and everything. They're like, your doctor's appointment is tomorrow. Wow, I hate that I got that mixed up. But I'm honestly heading back to Renee's house because I don't feel good. And I really just want to go back over there and kind of like rest. Because I don't want to go home and kind of just be by myself, you know? So conversation with my grandma because I was struggling trying to get to the doctor because I'm like, I don't feel good. My chest was hurting so bad and I was like, I don't feel good. And so I was having a conversation with my grandma, and you know, I'm just gonna go this way actually. And I was just like, well, ultimately, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and start the sertraline tonight since the hydroxyzine did not do what I wanted it to do. And if I'm still having issues with chest pain, I don't want to take it again like this morning. I feel like it doesn't make sense for me to take it again. So we're gonna try the sertraline and see how that makes me feel. And there's the police. I hope that he doesn't freaking get behind me. I really hope and pray because I don't need that right now. When I tell you guys that this is really taking a toll on me today. I've actually been doing pretty decent the past couple of days. I've been doing decent enough to not feel the need to take the medication. But then it's like, last night my mom had got home and I started feeling tightness in my chest again. And I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and take this. Let me go over Renee's house. Let me go ahead and do that now because now is a good time to take it. I only wanted to wait till I felt like I needed to take it. And the sertraline, I'm not going to take it this morning. I'm going to wait till tonight, basically. So, yeah. I guess I'm feeling a little bit decent now. It just comes in waves. So, I don't know. Okay. I don't have these strapped down, so it's probably gonna try to fall. I'm in the car, and maybe I'll try to strap you for a quick second. I wasn't gonna say much. I was gonna just say that I'm feeling pretty good. Right now, I don't even know if I'm gonna even put this video up because I feel okay now. You know what I'm saying? Like I got some Jimmy John's. This is so embarrassing. Like, but I got this Italiano sandwich. No, it's Ultimate Italian sandwich from Jimmy John's, toasted. It is amazing. I love it. I remember trying it the first time, and I could only eat half of it. And then I also got this ice cream, and I was trying to let it melt because I know this may seem really weird, but I love melted ice cream. So like I've been trying to let it sit in the sun and stuff so it can melt. But yeah, I went to the doctor and they were like, you don't have an appointment today, your appointment is tomorrow. So then I was gonna go straight back to Renee's house. But then I was like, actually I'm feeling okay. And that's when I was like, I'll just get something to eat. And I was gonna just go home and make a salad. But somehow I didn't do that. I decided to eat Jimmy John's anyway. And get some ice cream. So I really just kind of sitting here like, I guess this is what we're doing. I love this doctor's office so much. It's so nice here. So I just wanted to give a little bit of an update. It is still day one, but it's like later in the day. It is like afternoon. It's 12:49 p.m. So it's like afternoon. Let me tell you something. Since that last clip I updated you guys, I took the drugs and the drugs are working. Listen, I don't know if I am making, like, I don't know if I'm tripping as far as like, but I just feel like it's working. You know what's crazy is because I just feel like it's working already. Like day one, I went through whatever side effects I went through last night, and then progressively throughout the day, I'm like, actually, I feel different. And what I mean by that is like, okay, one thing is this: the chest pain, which is my biggest side effect. Well, the chest pain is my biggest issue with anxiety. I noticed that throughout the day, first of all, for the most part, no chest pain. But when I did have a little bit of chest pain, it was so reduced to like just barely anything. It used to be pains that would last for a long time, and I have to sit and breathe through it and like pray and things like that. But it really just felt like it just came and went, and it was way more lighter than it ever has been. It was just kind of like very faint. So I think it may come a time where that chest pain is going to completely disappear. It's going to completely go away. And I can't imagine, I mean, I could, but I can't imagine a life without that chest pain. I have gotten so used to that chest pain, especially for the past year, that, and it has gotten more and more frequent. That's the thing. Over I've had this chest pain for probably 2 to 3 years, but it isn't until literally like the past year that it has progressively gotten worse. And it got to a point to where I was getting it every day. The chest pain used to only kind of come and go maybe once every couple of weeks, whatever. But it started to become an everyday thing. That's why I started this medication, because I'm like, this is out of control. This is too much. I can't be dealing with this chest pain every day, multiple times a day. I feel like something's wrong with me. I feel like I'm dying. So to imagine a life without having to go through that anymore is crazy. And I can spend less time in my life worrying about my health and more time actually getting things done and being productive. Another thing I have noticed is I do think that I do feel a little bit different with my emotions. I do feel like a little bit emotionally blunted is what they call it, where your emotions are kind of like Like you're not like happy, you're not sad, you're just kind of, you know. I have to give that more time to see how I react in different situations and stuff, because, I haven't really been doing much today. But I have kind of noticed that, I think that I'm feeling that numbness of my emotions. So it's crazy how this is kind of starting to finally start, acting right. I'm starting to get these results this early, day one. I can already feel a difference. Even just anxiety, period, and like intrusive thoughts. I do get intrusive thoughts. I do have a racing mind. But for me, that was the least important thing with my anxiety. The most thing was the chest pain and feeling like I'm dying. When you have the chest pain, the racing thoughts did not help, because I would always think like I'm about to die, So now I kind of just have the chest pain. I just kind of ignore it, just kind of breathe. It's not that big of an issue anymore. And I have noticed this drug has quieted my mind a lot. And you could say that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. I think it'll help me concentrate and focus a lot better because of that. But yes, my internal monologue, just my racing thoughts, all of this and all of that. You know what I did? I got in the car and I drove and I just listened to music and I had no care in the world. That never hardly happens. My mind is always kind of running. Okay, this light thing is just completely getting on my nerves, like real bad. I need to fix it. So, yeah, like my mind is a lot of times running at 1,000 miles per hour, typically when I'm sober. But I feel that I'm sober, I don't feel like I'm high or anything. That's another thing. I'm glad that I feel like myself. I'm glad that I don't feel like I am high or out of it, because that would be horrible. Sometimes I do have a little bit of dizziness, but just a little bit. It is nothing that's like making me feel weird or anything like that. Like sometimes I have a little bit of dizziness, a little bit of tiredness, just a little bit. I'm not super hot. A lot of people said that you will be really hot and sweating and stuff. We will see. Once again, we will see as time goes by if that does happen more. But what I will say is, all I'm just trying to say is I actually have been noticing a change and a difference, and I can't imagine a life of not having to struggle with my anxiety anymore. Like, can you imagine you struggling with something for so long it has affected your quality of life, and then it just disappears, like you're just normal again? And I just feel like I think that this is really gonna do that for me. Like I'm not trying to get too excited, but I'm feeling like I think that this might be, and I think I might be one of the people who are like, this changed my life, this helped me. I wish I would have got on it sooner. Actually, I have been living in fear and too afraid to take anything for so long, and maybe I really should have went in this direction a long time ago. But once again, I have to still give it more time. I can't just get too excited about it, but I do think I feel something. I feel a difference already, and that makes me very excited, because I definitely want to go back to living a normal life and not have to worry about my health 24/7. Hey guys, it is currently 5:43 in the morning, and I'm in Renee's house because I cannot sleep anymore. I had woke up. Well, okay, the boys, Adam, really, my youngest, oh my goodness, can't see that. My youngest, he likes to stay up all night, and he was on his tablet. His tablet died, and then he was patting me on the shoulder, waking me up, and all this and stuff. And then Renee was just like, go to sleep. So he was twisting and turning until he was able to go to sleep. So he finally fell asleep. But it woke me up, and I could not go to sleep anymore to save my life. So it's 5:43, so it's almost 6 in the morning. So that's like not horrible. I have a work thing anyway that I have to do this morning, but it's at 11 or 10:30. It's at 10:30, so I honestly have a ton of time before I have to go to that. I have to do that. It's an online Zoom thing, but other than that, I was just like, dude, like I cannot go back to sleep. Like this medication has my insomnia so bad. Like falling asleep is doable. I can fall asleep, but if I wake up in the middle of the night, I cannot go back to sleep. And honestly, maybe it's not even the medication. Like I think I always kind of been that way. Like if you wake me up, I will not be able to go back to sleep. And I mean, I was really sitting here trying. I laid in the bed with my eyes closed for like an hour or two, and I'm like, I cannot drift off to sleep. I'm still awake. I'm sitting here with my eyes closed, and I'm not drifting off to sleep. That is crazy. So I was like, you know what? I have free will. I can get in the car and just go, to be honest with you. Because I don't want to just sit up here and feel trapped in the bed and can't move and can't do anything. Like, yeah, I can be on my phone, but so I sent him a text and I was like, yeah, I have to go. Like, I left because, you know, the insomnia was crazy. But on a good note, I took the drugs and the drugs are working. It's like day 2 on my sertraline, and and I need to go to the gas station. So let me do that like right now. But it's day 2 on sertraline, and let me tell you guys, I already am feeling good. Like I don't know if it is just like it's supposed to take like 2 weeks for it to start working, but it's already working. Am I tripping? Like that's why I'm like, am I tripping? But it's already kind of working. It may not be working to its fullest extent, but I feel it working. So like even the chest pain, that's the biggest concern for me. I have had little stints of chest pain that just last for like 2 or 3 seconds, and it's very mild compared to what it used to be. It used to be like quite severe. It used to be really bad. It used to last long. It used to come and go like on and off all day. It used to just be really bad, but it has basically reduced down to almost nothing. And I know I've talked about this before previously in the video or whatever, but you do not understand when you are going through something and you can just take a medication and it will literally just go away. Of course, I still need to give it more time. I still need to give it more time to see if this is legit, like if this is really taking away my chest pain. You know what I'm saying? I'll take insomnia over having chest pain, feeling like I'm having a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? Chest pain that radiates to my back sometimes, and you know what I'm saying, I'm just sitting here praying to God. Like I haven't had to do that, and the insomnia is not that bad. I've had, if I look on my watch, I got 6 hours of sleep, almost, well, 6 hours and 20 minutes of sleep, so that's decent. It's not great. I would love the 8 hours, but that is decent for me, so I will take it. But yeah, like I keep saying I need to go to the gas station. just being out at 5 in the morning by myself. Everybody's asleep. But it's like, I couldn't go to sleep anymore. I'm kind of tired still. Like, it's like I'm still kind of tired, but I promise you, I laid in the bed for like 2 hours and I could not go to sleep. But you know what? I'm not doing this. So, yeah. But, yeah, I am very happy and very thrilled that my anxiety is actually being dealt with. It is actually disappearing. And to live a life literally without anxiety. I mean, anxiety is still there. Don't get me wrong. It's not like you don't freak out. I had a freak out yesterday, like with a lot of things I was going through yesterday, but it's not causing my chest to hurt. Is that Kroger gas station open? It's not causing my chest to hurt. It's not causing me to have intrusive thoughts. You know, it's not. Yeah, like I said, even my thoughts are not as crazy anymore, or I'm just running 1,000 miles per hour anymore. Like, I just really can just concentrate. My brain quiets down, like all of that. Wow, GameStop is really gone. Like, they are empty now. That is crazy. That store looks so small when it's empty. I never realized how small it really is. Because they made it look so like alive and so big. So I'm going to this Kroger gas station. I look a mess right now, but I had to just get my things and go, because it's like I have free will. I can get in my car. And that's why I like to have my car when I spend the night over there, instead of like, because if he would have picked me up from the house, I really would have been stuck and trapped. And we could talk about the sore throat, the burning throat, the literal burning sore throat. There's side effects. There's side effects, but the side effects are not as bad as I was thinking that they were going to be. For me, everybody is different. So for me, so far, the side effects are not. The side effects are manageable. They're doable. I can deal with a sore throat. I can deal with insomnia versus having literal chest pain, like you know what I'm saying, and having anxiety really, really bad. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know some people are going to feel like it's not worth the side effects. And honestly, the side effects dissipate after a while anyway. Like, I don't know about the burning throat though, but maybe the insomnia would get better. I don't know. But a lot of people say they have internal heat and like they get really hot, they get really sweaty. I haven't reached that point yet. I don't get really hot or sweaty. I mean, I do get hot, but I've always kind of been hot, so I don't know. I've always been hot. No, but so I just feel like that's probably not right now a huge issue, but after all the research that I've done, I know I'm aware of what's going on. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and get some gas, and then yeah. Okay. So yeah, you know, just living life. I have time to kill, so I'm just gonna kind of be around the way, and I am really excited to really get back to working, like just getting my life back in general. Like, that is crazy. I always hear people talk about it, and I'm like, yeah, right, you know, like, I don't know, but I feel that I'm getting my life back. Like, a life without obsessing over my anxiety. It's crazy. I can't vouch too much right now, but I have to say, I heard someone say something on a podcast where they were like, allowing yourself to have mental illness and not be medicated is self-harm. It's self-harm. And I'm just like, I thought that was crazy, because I'm like, what? She was like, it's self-harm when you don't do anything about your mental health illness. And I can kind of understand and empathize and just understand that, or understand when people say like, I should have done this long ago, because that's how I'm feeling. I'm not gonna say I should have done this long ago. You have to go through the storm in order to appreciate the rainbow. So if I would have just immediately medicated myself, I wouldn't have understood how severe it could have gotten for me. And I'm so glad I did something now, because I was suffering really bad. Like, I really was not doing okay. I was suffering. And the crazy thing is, when people say you don't have to suffer, you don't have to suffer. That's crazy. I know that it's scary to get on a prescription, an antidepressant, whatever. I know it's scary, the thought of getting on something like that. Because trust me, I'm here with you. That was me. Like, I just did not want to take the prescription. It was a last resort for me. I was like, I'm going to change my health. I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to work out more. I'm going to find any natural way to deal with this. And I just could not do it. I couldn't take it anymore. Nothing was working for me. And this is working for me. This is working for me. I'm only taking half a pill right now. I'm not taking like no crazy 100 milligram dosage or anything like that. I may have to up my dose someday. I don't know. I'd rather not. I'd rather kind of be on just a mild dose because it's helping me for now. So we'll just cross that bridge when we get there. But yes, I think that like you don't have to suffer. Oh, another thing I've noticed is that my appetite has really gone down a lot. I think a lot of it has to do with my sore throat. Like, when you kind of feel like you're a little bit sick, like when you feel like you have a sore throat, you're really not like hungry like that. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I guess I still get hungry for sure, but like, I don't enjoy food as much as I used to. And I just have noticed, like, immediately, like, this has really affected my appetite a lot. But I can't complain about that either. Like, I that's what I want, in a way. I cannot complain about that whatsoever. I'm happy about that. Because I'm, but then some people say they gain a lot of weight on this drug. But I think that if you monitor your weight properly and you just are aware of what's going on, then I don't think you should have an issue with weight gain. So we will see, because I definitely don't want that to happen. But weight loss, I'll take, but it's crazy. I mean, I'll talk more about it in another video, but I do think that, like, it's crazy how you literally just don't have to have anxiety. Like, you don't have to deal with the effects of anxiety, or at least the more severe effects of anxiety. Like, you literally don't have to suffer. And I just was allowing myself to suffer because I didn't want to take a drug. I didn't want to take a prescription. I was scared about how it was going to make me feel. Sis, I'm fine. I'm myself. I'm not out of myself. I'm not a zombie. I'm not a shell of myself. I'm still the same person. I'm still the same me. I still feel the same. I still think the same. Everything is still the same. It's just that my anxiety is lower down. It was way up here. Now it's down here. Maybe some people have that effect where they feel like this is altering my mind too much. But for me, I'm good over here. I'm good. But of course, once again, I'm not trying to get my hopes high. Right now, I'm just trying to take it a day at a time. But I will say, pretty quickly, I'm feeling good. And I think that's what it does. I think it, like, raises, like, your dopamine, or raises your something, serotonin or something like that. That's kind of what it does. And so I think that's why I'm feeling so good. But I'll tell you what. I don't even know what to say. I'm just grateful to finally have a solution to something that was really making me, I don't know. It's good to have a solution. That's all I'm trying to say. It's good to have a solution to my problem. And we're gonna just give it the week. We're gonna give it a month where, I'll give updates, but it's crazy how you literally don't have to deal with anxiety anymore. And I understand, as a Black woman, I understand the stigma behind being on a prescription for antidepressants and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I can understand the stigma for having poor mental health, things like that, but I sat in the bed and I was like, I want to cry because my chest pain is going away. I literally wanted to cry, and I was like, oh wait, I can't cry if I wanted to. Even if I wanted to, I can't cry anymore. So that is, yeah. I do feel a suppression of my emotions, I will admit. Sometimes I do feel a little bit numb as far as my emotions go, because I used to be very emotional. I used to be very, ever since I had got pregnant, because I used to kind of be like this, but ever since I got pregnant, my hormones changed dramatically, and I started becoming a big ball of crying. I would cry all the time, and my emotions would just hit so heavy. It's like being pregnant altered my hormones so much. But it's the way I feel now is the way I used to feel before I was pregnant. I barely used to cry. Even if I wanted to, I just kind of couldn't cry. I don't know, it was crazy. But I do miss crying. I mean, it's only day 2, so but I wonder how much I will honestly legitimately miss crying, and miss having deep emotions. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, you guys, I think I'm gonna fully conclude this video now because I keep adding parts to it, and honestly, this journey is an ever-going journey. I can't really just sit here and just really tell you, or just keep giving you updates. I'd have to just give you an update maybe at the end of the week, and after 2 weeks, my 2-week probation taking this drug, so because I was just raving about how it was making me feel better and stuff, but today actually was kind of weird. There was a few weird things I had noticed. Earlier this morning, my face was feeling weird, and it went away when I went back to sleep, because I didn't get much sleep, because I tend to get insomnia, which you guys knew. I had woke up at 5 in the morning, and I had just left, and Renee ended up getting kind of irritated about that, but honestly, whatever. My the front of my face was hurting right here, but I went to sleep and it honestly went away. Sometimes I have weird things going on in my head. Sometimes the left side of my brain feels weird, but that happened before the sertraline was a thing. So okay, but today a few new things. My heart, I noticed that my heart, okay, but yeah, I had noticed when I was trying to take a nap earlier today, because I was but naps are something I've always kind of been doing. I don't know if that's anything new, but I have noticed I've been a little extra tired. So I was I'm gonna take a nap. I can't even keep my eyes open. I tried to take a nap. I noticed my heart was pounding. And I'm looking at my smartwatch because my smartwatch tracks my heart rate, and it was like just higher than what I'm used to. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, this makes my heart race. By the way, Chat GDP is like here with me. Like, I talk to Chat GDP all the time about everything, and it has been here with my sertraline journey. It's like talking to a friend, a therapist, a doctor. Like, obviously it doesn't really replace. Adam, stop screaming. Obviously it doesn't really replace all of those things. I have an actual doctor to consult, but I can't talk to my doctor like every minute of the day whenever I feel like it, so Chat GDP is kind of like the next best thing for me. And obviously if there was like some type of real medical emergency, I would not go to Chat GDP. I'm just saying it has been very comforting and reassuring for me in this journey to kind of have something to talk to. It sounds crazy and wild, but I talked to it about so many things, like basically everything. I was like, I'm feeling a little bit weak. Like, am I okay? And it's like, So yeah, I was like, Chat, like, my heart is racing. But I feel okay. Am I okay? And it's like, yeah, the drug makes your heart race, and I told it my beats per minute, like it was like 88 resting heart rate. And it was like, that's normal, especially, you're starting this new drug. It does, some people do have kind of like a higher resting heart rate. Obviously anything that's affecting my heart is just really scary for me, because like that was the original issue, was just pressure. But this was different because it was like just, I could feel my heart beating. But honestly, we got through that. Then my mom had me do some yard work, and I tried to let her know in advance. One, I'm heat sensitive now, and two, I was telling her about my heart races. So I kind of maybe slightly overdid it, just slightly. Like, I really had to make sure I sat down and caught myself and drank some water before I just really, like, I don't push myself. When I feel myself not feeling good, I don't push myself. I take that as a moment to stop and rest. So I felt I was not feeling good. I had to stop and like, and then I remember I was just shaking. I was like drinking water and I was just shaking. Like, I was just shaking. Once again, I was like, Chat, am I okay? Like, I'm shaking. I just did some yard work. And I was like, don't worry, you're fine. Sertraline makes you have little muscle tremors and, blah, blah, blah. You're fine. That's why I'm saying it's reassuring for me to have someone tell me I'm fine and I'm not freaking out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think my anxiety is kind of still there. There's just adjustments. I think there's moments where I feel really amazing. And there's moments where I'm just like, actually, I don't, like, something's off. I don't know if I'm going to ever just be perfect, but I do know that it's a 2-week probation where I'm going to have to kind of go through it until I kind of start to really feel better. So I think that's kind of what's happening. I took the kids to this youth event they had at church because it was youth week, and it has been just a really chaotic week, period. Like, there has been so much going on this week, and it has not been helpful considering the fact that I started sertraline this week. I probably should have started it maybe next week, but my symptoms, my anxiety, my chest pain was just happening daily to where I was like, I gotta just go ahead and start this. I gotta try. So I remember saying, like, I'm gonna go over Renee's house so because he offered to be with me when I take the medicine, and that reassured me as well. That helped me so much because I was able to finally take the medicine and not be scared. So yeah, that's what I kind of been doing all week. But that was mixed with going to the doctor. That was mixed with having a work study. Like, I had to wake up early every day and leave and go home. You know what I'm saying? That was mixed with Then we went to the movies yesterday, and that was hectic because then we had church. We had our youth week this week, so we had church on Thursday, we had church Friday, and then now we're going to church tomorrow, and then Sunday, you know, they have practice on Saturday. And so yeah, that general work things, me starting a new medication, me ripping and running to Renee's house, me like there's just so many different things I've been doing this week, like, and it has been too much. Not sleeping in my own bed for the past 3 days, like, it's kind of been too much. And starting a new drug with all this chaos was not ideal. I should have started it on a chill week so I had time to adjust. This was one of the most chaotic weeks I've ever had to deal with, and like starting a new drug during one of the most chaotic weeks is just not good. But I'm survived. I'm here. The Sertraline is here with me. She's like, it's okay. But I'm like, I kind of don't like this. I'm not gonna, I don't like chaoticness, especially when it's back to back. Last week was crazy and chaotic. I don't like back to back chaoticness. I don't like a chaotic week where I don't have my routines and I'm just, life is just crazy. Like, I kind of don't like that. Mom randomly having me do yard work, just being pulled in so many different directions, you know what I'm saying, and not having enough time for myself, not having enough time to rest and relax and sit down when I need that the most. So it's just been crazy. So I guess what I'm really kind of trying to say is I didn't want to get my hopes too high earlier. There are times where I feel really good, and there are times where I'm like, what is this? And I just kind of wanted to conclude this on a note where it's like, you know, we just gotta have to continue. I'm gonna try to write down my side effects, my symptoms. I'm gonna try to write down how I feel, how this affects me, and just ultimately just keep living. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and close this, to make a closure to this video, you know, because yeah. But this is honestly day 2, but I'm about to take the 3rd dose, so this is basically day 3. It's been kind of crazy, but I hope that there is a relaxing week ahead of me. I hope that everything is fine. I don't know what to say. Hope everything is fine, and I hope everything works out. I think that taking one of these really helped my throat. I have a sore throat. If you don't take care of your throat, it feels like I have a sore throat, bro. Yes, I try to drink water, but I think this made me feel so much better. I've been coughing. Like, that's another thing. Like, the sore throat is pretty crazy. And it's not that I'm getting sick. Like, I will be able to tell if I was getting sick. Like, it's just a sore throat, like nothing else. No fever, no body aches. It's just a sore throat. And I be coughing and I be yawning and stuff. And it's just like, that's, yeah. But all right.